Today I want to talk about a few new brands that I found. Brands I've never heard of before watching reselling videos. I've never seen them out there at garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores before. And I've come across them in the last week and just want to put them on everybody's radar. So if you see them, make sure you take a second look at them and, possibly buy them. I'm not going to tell you to buy them. I'm not spending your money. I'm only spending my money out there. So I'll make the mistakes and let you know if they pay off or not. But if this is your first time here, my name is Brian. I'm a reseller. I sell on eBay and I sell in the everything category. So I buy things at garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, and then I sell them on eBay for a profit most of the time. I sell tools, I sell clothes, I sell pots and pans, golf clubs, toys, just all sorts of stuff. If there's profit in it, I'm probably trying to sell it on eBay. But yeah, let's talk about clothing a little bit. That's what I've got here today is clothing, these new brands. And we'll get right into the first one. It's called Arborwear. That's the tag for it right there, Arborwear. There's also a few other call outs. If you look at them from the back, there is a tree on the back right side there. And then on the leg, it says Arborwear. That's on the right pocket, bottom of the right pocket. But I saw these hanging there, and whenever I scan pants, I'm looking for a few different things. I'm looking for something that sticks out from the rest that looks unusual. I'm looking for, which these did, I'm looking for something that's heavy material. I'm looking for convertible pants, which are the pants that zip off just below the knee into shorts. I'm looking for those. Those are just some common things that I look for that I just scan visually before I start going piece by piece through the rack. And I see these, and it's very heavy material. There's lots of different stitch points where you've got the flexible material, but just lots of stitching to keep them together because they're going to see a lot of use. So they're actually made for arborists who work on trees, people who come out and cut trees down, prune trees and all that kind of stuff. But it's specialty clothing. So I'm sure someone's going to yell at me because I bought specialty clothing at Goodwill, and now the hordes of arborists that go to Goodwill to look for their specialty clothing aren't going to be able to find this pair of pants. But sorry, arborists. Buy them from me on eBay. There's a few snags. Like there's one kind of down here is a snag. There's a couple of spots overall that have some snags. I'm not really worried about that. They're still in really, really good shape and they sell pretty well. So I picked these up for, they were $7.29 at Goodwill. So they're $7.93 with tax, I think. I'm going to sell them. They have a decent sell-through rate as well. It's like 75 to 100%. And I'm going to sell them for probably $40. So pretty decent price. And new brand, Arborwear. Check it out. Keep your eyes peeled for it if you want to. This next brand, again, I was not shopping shirts. I was walking by the shirts. And while I'm walking by, I'm just visually scanning the shirt aisle. And I say aisle, it was on a wall, but I was just scanning the shirts. And I'm looking for something that really sticks out, or maybe something I would recognize as a good brand. And everything's, kind of like this. And there was one shirt that was kind of sticking out. And I see this bright orange sleeve, kind of in a Western pattern. And I was like, that looks interesting. So I pulled it out, and this is the tag that I found. I don't know if it's roll or rowel, but Western. It's a 2XL. Even has a really cool pattern on the inside of the collar, very Western pattern. It's also spelled out on the back underneath the collar if you see it from the back. So they definitely want people to know about their brand. It's vented on the back. It has pearl snaps on the front. It's a short sleeve. It's branded again on the pocket, the RW Raw Western. And it's made out of that real performance material. I didn't look at the makeup of the material, but it is a stretchy performance material. Oh, it's branded on the bottom too. So if you're wearing it untucked, which a lot of people will, it's just branded all over the place. Polyester and spandex. That feels about right. So I saw it and I was like, this is a really cool shirt. It seems like a very nice quality shirt. And I comped it, and I did find this exact one. And it comps out at about 50 bucks, 50 to 60 bucks for this shirt. I think it was around 55 is what it was selling for. And the sell-through rate is really good on this brand. And it's not an incredibly saturated brand. It's probably more of a either up and coming brand or a boutique Western brand, but there wasn't just, it's not like Wrangler or Cinch or Ariat or something like that. Not even close. And I think maybe they knew that it was a better brand, or maybe they just liked the material, because they actually priced this one up. They priced it at $10.99. Shirts like this on the rack are $6.79 typically. So, I mean, that's a pretty big jump to $10.99 from $6.79. And I know some people may go, well, that's Goodwill's ripping us off. I'm like, well, it's not Goodwill's job to make me money. It's my job to figure out if I can make money, and I can at this one here. So I'm into it for about $12.20, but I'm going to sell it for 55 bucks. And here's a third brand I never heard of. I found this one two days ago. Found this one 2 days ago. Did I find it yesterday? I don't know. Either yesterday or the day before. Going through the shirt rack, and I came across this. This was mixed in with shirts. Quaker Marine Supply, established 1949. This is a, I bought these at the same, these next two items at the same Goodwill as the last two items. I bought those two together, and I bought these two together at the same time. So, yeah, I'd never heard of the brand. It looked like a vintage, like font or something, but I was like, I don't know. So I looked it up, and it's not vintage, but it is a more specialty boutique type brand. Has a really good sell-through rate. It has decent sell-through prices on their used goods. It's hard to tell, but I saw this when I saw it on the rack. It had the material. It's hard to tell on the, there you go. There's a better look at the material. You can kind of see the pattern, the herringbone pattern. It's a striped, it's like herringbone stripes. But I saw that, I was like, oh, that's a cool pattern, which is what made me grab it in the first place. And then I pulled it off the rack. This is a chore coat, is what they call it. So you can see when it's got these pockets that are just open on the front, it's called a chore coat, because if you're doing chores or working, you want to have access to pockets with gloves and stuff really easily. I don't know that people are wearing this and wearing gloves and doing jobs, but, and then it's got an open pocket right up here on the chest as well. So chore coats have those open pockets, so it's easy to get in and out of them with gloves, tools, whatever you're getting in and out of your pockets for. But really nice piece, very solid, nice buttons, kind of the navy coat style buttons. But I looked it up, and this one they didn't have marked up because I don't know what that, Goodwill doesn't know what Quaker Marine Supply is. Heck, I didn't know what it was either. Never heard of it. $6.79 is what I paid for it. And this should sell for about 55 bucks. So the resale price on their clothing is really good. And that was on some of their shirts. So because it's a coat, it may sell a little bit higher. I didn't find that exact thing. I was just looking at the brand in particular and shirts, and it sells well. So I don't know where they sell it brand new. It may be at like an Anthropologie or something like that. I have no clue, but I didn't get that far. And then I found this brand here. I don't know if y'all have heard of this one. It's an organic cotton like a flannel style. It's a really nice, but the brand's called I'm just kidding. It's Patagonia. Everybody knows about Patagonia. But the reason I'm talking about this one is because what I saw first, so it was like this, and I'm looking at this, I'm not seeing the tag, and I see the shirt and I feel it. I'm like, ooh, that feels nice. And then I see that $10.99. And again, shirts and even that jacket are usually $6.79 at Goodwill. And I was like, man, why'd they price this thing up? And I look and I was like, oh, Patagonia organic cotton. That makes sense. Maybe, I don't know. Not all Patagonia is created equal. So I looked it up, and this guy should sell for about somewhere between 40 and 50 bucks. So again, I'm into it for about $12.10, 15 cents, somewhere in there. But I'll sell it for $40 to $50 plus shipping. Don't sleep on the big sizes. Go to that, get to the XLs. If you're looking at guys' clothing, women's clothing is this whole other ball game, because there's petites and shorts and W's, and I just don't understand all the sizing. I have no clue how to navigate all that. But go to men's shirts or whatever and go to the XL and then look at all the bigger sizes. Usually there's less of them, so it's easier to go through, and you can find some cool stuff like this, like that short coat, like that Western shirt. And they're all in really good shape. So that's cool. And those are some of the new brands. Patagonia is not a new brand. I just threw that one in there to talk about don't scoff at higher prices right away. If you see that, it's easy to go, man, Goodwill's going nuts with their pricing. Just move past it. Don't do that. Stop for a second, pay attention to what you're looking at, because there might be some money sitting there, and it's just waiting for you to pick up the money. And I've got a couple items I picked up just this morning at 2 different garage sales, actually 2 garage sales in a row. I picked up hats. I don't normally buy a lot of hats, but I was striking out, which is not why I bought them, but because I got the right deal. I was striking out, and I was like, I'll go look at hats. It was kind of like my last resort to see if I can find something at these garage sales. So the first one I went to, they had a hat box, and it just said 50 cents each. So I thought, well, I don't know, maybe there's 1 or 2 good hats. Everything else they had there was like very modern home decor stuff you get at Target or Hobby Lobby, or just really not worth reselling. So I see the stack of hats. There's a whole bunch in there. There's probably about 10 or 12 that I didn't buy, but then I bought these, all golf hats. So there's a golfer in the family, apparently. Got this nice, I think you say Strixon. I don't know if that's how you say that, but it's a pretty cool hat. I don't think it's ever been worn. I don't see any hairs in here. I don't see any sweat stains, anything. It looks like, I don't know. Maybe it's a promo if they bought something, they got the hat, but it's in good shape. And then this one, this is a cool hat. TPC Sugarloaf. I think this might be magnetic for like a ball marker. I'm not sure yet, but it's got the backstrap call out TPC. It's got the metal buckle with the enamel TPC on it. Really sharp hat. And then this was a kind of a surprise. I see the tag that says extra ball marker here. And then when you lift it up, it's right there. So this is a brand new hat. I don't know what this one's worth. The TPC courses are pretty desirable to play. So I'm sure this one probably has some value. Then I found this Colonial PGA Tour hat. Really sharp hat. Again, I think this one does have some wear to it, but no heavy sweat stains at all. It's in really good shape. We've got the 86th PGA hat, Whistling Straits from 2004. It's a vintage piece. Again, has been worn. Very, very, very light sweat stain on the front. Very light, but in really good shape. And this cool Titleist hat. I thought about keeping this so I could impersonate Commonwealth picker Kevin over there, but no, it's not my style. Florida Gators colors. If we've got any Florida fans out there, but it's in really, really good shape as well. But here's my question. So I got $2.50 into the 5 hats, and I was like, I looked up the Titleist hat. It'll sell for 15 bucks plus shipping. Pretty easy. And I was like, do I sell them individually and piece them all out and just wait to sell the 5 hats? It is golf season. I mean, it's hot and heavy right now, so maybe they'll sell really fast. Or do I just put them all together? If I just say $15 on average, at 75 bucks for the 5, and do I just sell them at $69.89, you know, plus $10 shipping, and sell them all. I don't know if one person would buy 5 golf hats. I haven't done any of the comps on eBay for that part, but you know, I sold a pan, pot and pan lot yesterday. Got another one sold today. That's going to go out on Monday, and so I like selling lots. I've sold some lots and clothing, some bundle deals, and I'm trying to figure out if I should sell hats and lots. I don't know yet. So what do you think? That's a genuine question. And if you think it's a stupid question, you can say it's a stupid question. You should obviously do this. Tell me. That's garage sale number 1. Garage sale number 2, they had a bunch of women's clothing, again, modern, home decor, had a couple of fishing poles, just not much for me there. And I'm walking away and I turn around and I take one last look, and there was a blanket sitting in the grass on their front yard off to the side of the driveway. And I see just some random, like some comforters and stuff. And then I see this. This is what I saw whenever I turned around. So this is a Chevy hat, and I could tell it was corduroy. I was like, oh. I was like, is that a whole bag of Chevy hats? And it was. So this is like genuine GM merchant. There's like fuzz on it. Sorry. Now I'm picking at the fuzz because I'm a goofball. GM merchandise. $15 is what they were selling them for. And there's 11 of them in the bag, and they're all, yeah, they're brand new. And then I was like, man, do I sell them, put them on eBay for $15 a piece plus shipping and sell them one at a time? There's 11 hats in there. So I asked her, and I was like, I don't even know if I want to buy these. So I said, how much are the hats? Your bag of hats over there? And she was like, well, they're $2 a piece. And I was like, doing the math in my head. I was like, all right, I'm not going to do that. And she goes, but if you want to buy more than one, I can make you a deal. And I said, well, do you want to sell me the whole bag for $5? And she just started doing some garage sale math in her head. She's like, do I want to sell these for $2 a piece for the next 2 days and then put 7 hats back in my garage Saturday night whenever I wrap up? Or do I want to just sell them all for $5 right now and not have to think about them again? That's the math she was doing in her head, I could tell. And because she paused for a minute and she goes, yeah, $5 is okay. So, so I bought the whole bag of hats for $5. I've got 45 cents into each hat. And that's when I was like, do I try to sell all 11 like as a bundle for, I don't know, $60, $70? Maybe there's like a Chevy owners club or something. Somebody wants to buy them, or I really don't know. I just knew for 45 cents per hat, and it's a nice corduroy hat. Like, I'm not going to go wrong for 45 cents a hat. So, but I could do a multi-quantity listing, and then it'd be super simple. Just do them $14.89 each, or hell, I don't know, $12.80 at $14.89 each probably, plus shipping, and just let them sell as they sell. But I'm imagining it's going to take me some time to sell those. So let me know what you think about that one. Should I just try to sell it as a big bundle deal, or try to sell them by the piece? We'll see. But that's it. So that's kind of all my thrifting, garage sale adventures and finds and questions, and hopefully some help from you all out there. But let me know what you think. If you stuck around this long, I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day.